rounds, waiting for Heroic to fight them in middle and Banana. It's not going to be the case. Not yet, at least. Cadian on. Waiting for Heroic to fight them in middle and Banana. It's not going to be the case. Not yet, at least. Cadian on long. And at least a triple B for Heroic, but you really can't imagine much comes from that with only USPs.
Heroic are always boosting someone somewhere for something.
What about this one? It's like we've already accepted that you've got the site, and now we're going to try to fight you afterwards.
They're waiting, I think, for someone to try and go up onto the top, right, to check like the boost and orange new box, and it's a pretty good angle to take to just like offset anyone playing at the back of site or close on oranges. So it's like it's a neat idea, right? Because you see that Coffins is clear, and you're already anticipating, well, there could be one just hidden oranges with a pistol.
And you're caught out in the open is what ends up happening if you take that fight, right?
Yeah, right, and that's the last place you're going to be like 100% looking at if that's the route that you're trying to take into the site. The only weakness I see potentially is, well, it was that, which didn't realize could happen. I didn't realize it could just be seen as you get up onto the boost. I was more so just thinking if someone just runs into the site and clears Coffins, which happens a lot on these B plays. So, yeah, you know, the boost doesn't really show us anything too cool. Cadian keeps it clean, though, with that nice dig onto Simple. He is the one guy who still has armor and a pistol into this round. So, you know, maybe using the others, like little UAVs, he can fly them out into the open, knows now where the enemy are. Has had one slip by into CT. And I think he knows. Indeed he does, but that's not going to stop Electronic taking his head off. 14 on the board for NAVI. And Heroic finally coming in with a buy. But if they don't win this, then this map, hate to say it, but it's just going to slip by the wayside.
Yeah, that's a horrible way for it to go, right? You know, you win the pistol, you start believing in the comeback, and NAVI immediately find the force by victory. They keep their anti-ecos clean to a degree. And yeah, now all the money, hell of a lead. Glass Orb with double FAMAS in the first rifle round for Heroic. And it's the Electronic and Simple show, what we love and what we know. Cadian's flashed off mid. Simple, he don't even need the Orb. He's back to the Krieg. Scoped up in the middle.
Maybe he just prefers the Krieg.
Oh, I don't blame him at this point. Another opening kill from him. Electronics already killed the AWP, and so NAVI could just commit out of the apartments. Flamey's dropped. It has been heard. Tess is stuck in between two. Who do you even want to face at this point? It's Simple down, but Tess says still hanging around with a second. Surely gets traded now, and Electronic has done that at least. NAVI taking some time on this A approach, and with damage done for the B flankers, even though that gives the position away, it's set Heroic up for a possible winnable round.
Perfecto, and the two retaken CTs were like running in parallel. They were actually in like the same area, just sadly missing one another with him in the apartments. It's now the retake having to come through for Borup and Stown, and their money, their lifeline on Inferno. It is all on the line. This is a must-win 2v3. The Molly gonna burn these players out of the site, but hasn't found a kill. The nade to follow up brings them both low. Electronic in with a peek, and oh my goodness, how has he done that?
See you later.
4 in the round. He just finishes the last one off with the Glock. Electronic is having an absolutely unreal game.
30 and 8.
30 and 8, 150 ADR. And then Simple just behind him, 22 and 11. They're 52 and 19 when you combine them.
Unreal. And then just the Glock. Peace.
And that's so sad for Heroic, who had all this utility, nades, mollies, but they don't know Electronic's there. They use it in the pit, they use it in the site, and then Electronic peaks after all of those grenades are gone. Simple does get tagged down middle. He's onto the AUG now. Forget the Krieg. He's grabbing CT rifles on his way out, but very low and finished off by the Scout. Electronic will trade, of course he will. Keeping up dominant score. Borup is tucked, needs a flash, needs support, but it actually doesn't blind anyone, at least not Boomich. Perfecto backs up, and Boomich re-aggresses with 2. He was not whitened by the utility, and now B belongs to NAVI and maybe the map as well.
It's starting to feel more and more like the map, especially considering how sick the armament is over here. Cadian's going to try to take the Scout and the shotgun all the way to the B site. And so far, so good. Won't matter, though, when you're retaking solo.
And this is just utter domination, right, from Na'Vi. Cadian, yeah, he's gone back for the shotgun.
Quite cool.
I think he knows that they're screwed as well, right? Like, looking at the ground, running in with the auto shotty, here he is.
Now this would be a clutch for the Agent.
Yeah, it would, but it ain't gonna happen, is it, right? Na'Vi don't even let him get to the site. It's 16 for them as they take the map pick of Heroic. They go 1-0 up in this series.
The best they can muster. Smoke in the window, cutting off Simple. He actually blocks it mid-air. He makes landing on catwalk. Is the window smoke down? No, it missed completely after he took it. That should have at least like, stopped him making the jump, but it didn't. Simple still makes it to Cat.
He's just intercepted it and still got to get to where he was going. That is nuts.
Unreal.
Simple. Hacky sack champion of Na'Vi.
Beating the Danes at handball now.
Oh, it's never been done before, but here it is. There's this double ramp hold, and now here comes the Palace push. Will they be ready for Boomich? They deal with Flamey, but Boomich swinging out in with 2 of his own. And this A site is anything but home to Heroic right now. Borup, 2 kills to his name. Has Cadian to fight alongside him, but maybe not for long. Simple, he's seen a leg. That's enticed him with the promise of a kill. And Cadian, if he goes any further left, he is a dead man walking. Looking into the site, legged by Simple. They know where Cadian is, and they're just not going to give him the room. He tries to get fancy with it. You can see that Simple, man, he just makes you think you've got to do the most ridiculous stuff. And he'll still hit it anyway. 11 on the board for Na'Vi. And once again, the money running out for Heroic.
Yeah, it's even scarier considering we've got Boomish and electronic fragging like this. Perfecto finding forced victories for Na'Vi. And in all of this, Simple has been one of the quieter aspects of Na'Vi in this map. He wasn't on Inferno, but, you know, not really AWPing much on the T side. Shut down for the first 2-3 rounds of the CT half by great placed flashes from Cadian and Borup. And now he's got the AWP. Now he's a danger and a threat to Heroic, making it to the final. Fast B approaching this eco round, and the nade is already blown down out of the water. Molly separate them, and they go in a little bit late. Flamey relishes in the fact, and Perfecto fires back as well. It's a clean, concise round for Na'Vi, 12-8. No casualties. Now only 4 away from a grand final spot here for ESL Pro League Season 12.
Yeah, they did do a little bit of fumbling after Katowice, as we kind of talked about. But this is more of the Na'Vi that we expect and like to see right here. No detriment to Heroic other than, well, playing against Na'Vi.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to be there either. And they might not be here for much longer, right? We need something out of this T side, but Electronic making the cat jump. Na'Vi have done it every single round that they can. And to great success. Borup 2-15, having a very quiet game. And that is not what Heroic need right now. Stands out ramp. Oh, we didn't see Boomich, who did go for a little wiggle. Boomich doesn't have the info either, but could consider this as a possibility. Simple's already picked up Tessa's in mid on the chair too. And so it's only getting worse and worse for Heroic by the second.
Whoa, the swing from Boomich. And he is ready for Nico as well, but Nico's going to get the better of him. Opening up a path into the A site, and doubling down is Nico. Cadian, meanwhile, sneaking up Cat. Simple is rotated CT. And Nico's just hiding out in A. Cadian has dealt with Flamey, but there's the trade from Perfecto, and it's left in a 1v1. A bit of an awkward 1v1 for both parties, because the bomb is dropped down here in mid. But in saying that, right, it's not like Perfecto has control of it. It fell lower tunnels. So he's having to try and hold on from Cat, and the problem he's now facing is that Nico could go anywhere from here, right? With so much time that was left on the clock when this began, Nico can disappear and reappear to his heart's content, but Perfecto has the perfect read and deals with him in the window. The stars align for Na'Vi. 13 now on the board, once again wrecking the money of Heroic. This might be a second map, a kind of broken promises, right? It looked like it was close, it looked like it was competitive, but Na'Vi, they're ahead in terms of the money, they're ahead in terms of the individuals. And that might see them closing out this series and locking in that grand final very, very quickly if this keeps up.
Yeah, desperate for Heroic as well. 4 spies ensuing up against 13. almost requiring a bomb plant at a bare minimum, but at this point they need rounds. They haven't had one since the pistol, and it's not getting easier. Perfecto's so flashed. He still finds one before he departs. Flamey trying to rotate fast, and he has mowed down one with the AUG. Simple rescoping back up, not letting them escape, and Cadian needs to bring the fight right back. Simple flicks, and there's just no safety for Heroic right now.
Yeah, and you know, maybe it's important for us to tell you right here, right now, that if Heroic do end up losing this, they're not completely out of the running just yet. They're going to have a bout in the lower bracket with the winner of Mouse Sports and Astralis. So, yikes.
Cool storyline either way there as well, right? Like, you either face an old teammate in S-Tag, right? That guy, remember him? And then, you know, the rest of his Astralis lot for once again duking it out, the best teams in Denmark right now. Or you face Mouse, a team that we haven't seen them play yet. Borup winning a fight, and that's a talking point. That's the thing. He's normally someone who's so good at getting these swing kills, the kills that make a difference, and he's been so quiet on this map of Mirage. Finally winning one. And
Nice.
Testes goes on to continue that victory by taking jungle away from NAVI. That's going to leave Perfecto out on an island in the B site. And while he does get away with damage, they want to deal with Nico, who's also in this jungle position. It's going to fall to Boomich. Nico moving back towards A. Cadian's even aggressing down through the catwalk. Are they going to try and late rotate A? Deary me, this might give Boomich the 1v1s he was looking for. And Cadian's just dropped in as well. That never should have been an RV round, but it is. As Boomich gets them there, the 1v2 puts match series and grand final point on the line, just one away from locking it in. Na'Vi, everything is going their way right now, even if it never should have done.
Yeah, Na'Vi have had such fast rotations to that B bomb site. Heroic just over-assume, right? They assume that Boomich is already on his way there, but because of his close ramp positions round after round, it slows down his rotate, putting him here right in the perfect place as Heroic double back. What an unbelievable round. It's just flawless. The auto sniper's out. This is a mess. Simple on the Scar. Electronic push close A, and Cadian's gone. Simple looking to take scalps, and he's spamming right back through the floor. He's going to hit everyone. 2 kills for Simple's auto, and it's insult to injury for Heroic. 2 deaths away from back to that lower bracket. And Perfecto might make it happen. He's been such a solid anchor in this series, flashing out on the bench, doing damage, down left to find, and he does at least open up a chance to plant.
Oh, that's certainly it right there. 23 HP on Stown, and he gets the bomb planted. This would be a miraculous 1-on-3 as Na'Vi start to clinch down on their grip. Map point in sight and practically in hand unless they lose this. Somehow, some way, Electronic will be there. He's got the last say. That's all she wrote, ladies and gentlemen. 16 on the board for Na'Vi. They're going to go on to the grand finals of ESL Pro League Season 12. Heroic, well, they're just going to have to try again another day through the lower bracket. That is sensational stuff. That's not where the fun stops, ladies and gentlemen. We go to a break, we come back, and we give you all